What is up? Fahir here from AwesomeTuts.com, and I want to give you a warm welcome to the course because I'm going to be your instructor for this course, and we are currently into the course curriculum or the course front page overview, and I want to go through it with you to explain what is going to be covered in the course, what can you expect, so on and so forth. So let's dive in. So first, when you open the course, this is what you're going to see. This recent activity here are the recent questions from the students, and this recent instructor announcements are the announcements, educational announcements, where I post some useful information that you can take a look at. Now, this right here is the course's description, so on and so forth, so I'm not going to go through it. If we go here into the course content, this is what is in the course. This is the first section, introduction section. This first video, introduction and course overview, is the one that you're just watching. Downloading Unity and Unity's interface. This is where we are gonna download Unity from the internet and take a look at its interface. Your first game is the first game that you are gonna create, which is very cool. Simple game, guess the number game, but we are gonna see how gaming or game creation functions. It is very easy. With a couple lines of code, we are gonna create an awesome game. Moving forward, we have the C# basic section where I introduce everything that you need to know, such as variables, operations, functions, conditionals, and whatnot. These are the essential things that you need in order to code and in order to create games. But also this is what you need in order to code in general. Jack the Giant is the first game that we are gonna create, and this is the preview of the game. By the way, every game, so the first video, especially with exception here for the Jack the Giant, it has this important before you begin must read. This is a PDF where I talk about that. If you are really want to start from the very basic things, you can go on my YouTube channel. But after that, we have the preview of the game. So every next section, if I go down here, Flappy Bird, the first video is the preview of the game, and also here for the Cowboy Runner, and also for all other games. So the first video in the section will be the preview of the game that we are gonna create. And one thing that I wanted to talk about is that when you are in the video, notice here every second, or the video that is second in the section, important assets for Jack the Giant. We also have that here for Flappy Bird, so important assets for Flappy Bird. Let me just find it, it's down below. Inside of every these videos where it has importing in its title, and I import the assets for that section, here in the video, in the top left corner, you will have the resources that you can click on, and here they are. Just click on the assets here, click on Jack the Giant Remake here, and then you will download these assets, which are essential for you to follow the course. Now, these assets right here, these are the images that we are going to use, and this Jack the Giant is the project or the full project that I create inside of this course. So after Jack the Giant, we are going to take a look at the Flappy Bird game, very famous game, and we are going to recreate it using different techniques. So we are going to repeat some concepts in the course and use different approaches in order to create same effects. And you will see that you can achieve one thing in multiple ways. After we create our Flappy Bird, we have an infinite runner game, which I call Cowboy Runner, which is very interesting. Moving forward, Spider Cave, here is where we are gonna have our artificial intelligence or AI, basic AI for enemies, and we will see how we can program that. Basically, this is a game where we have a player who is in a cave invaded with spiders. It is gonna be interesting. If you want to take a look at the games, of course, you can just watch the previews and you will see what we are gonna create. The puzzle game, or actually I should have named it memory game, is a memory for kids game where you can, or where we create two images, or we need to find two same images in order for us to continue or to progress in the game, which is very interesting. And our Ball Panic is the largest game in the course, which has a lot of features such as selecting multiple weapons, selecting different characters, selecting different levels, locking and unlocking levels. This is just a huge game where you're gonna learn a lot. One also important thing that I want to talk about is that here inside of section 11, these are the updates. Everything new that comes in Unity that is changed, this is where you're gonna find it. So bookmark it. In order to bookmark a video, you can go here, and depending on where you are in the video, so for example, let's say you want to bookmark at the first second, you're simply gonna click here, add bookmark, and then you're gonna put your comment. So simply gonna put your comment here on that bookmark so that you will know. This will remind you of some important concept that you have at that part of the video. So here in the updates, you will see everything that is new in Unity and some added features that are changed. Also, here in the bonus section, which is the last section, these are commercial-free 2D and 3D assets. So you can download these. This is my gift to you. These are assets containing 2D, 3D assets, backgrounds, music files, and whatnot. Just go and download them and go crazy with it. You can create your games with these assets, publish your games, earn money. You can do whatever you want with these assets. They are free. For download, just go here in this section, click on this lecture, and you will see instructions how to download the assets. Now, this is the overview of the curriculum of the course. Of course, something can change, for example, the name of the lecture and so on and so forth. I do plan to rename this lecture to Downloading Unity and taking a look at its interface, so don't be surprised if you see that. Moving forward, this is the Q&A section, and you can, well, ask questions, browse the questions. A lot of students have posted questions and answers, so it is very likely that the problem that you have, one other students had before you, so you can search here for the questions, sort by recency, popular, so on and so forth. When you want to ask a question, you can here go inside of the video and you can click browse Q&A, or you can go, let me just go here and see actually closed captions. You will need to go here and publish your question, ask a new question, and then let me just click on it, and then you would say here the question title. It is a good idea. It will be nice that you will mention which video it is where you have a problem so that I can take a look at it, so on and so forth. But essentially, here is your title of the question. This is your question. Then you click on post question, and I will be there fast like a thunder to answer all the problems you have. In the announcement tabs, which I advise you to go more often so that you can find some useful resources, such as here I'm posting when I add new assets so that you can download them. Here I posted some links of my tutorials on YouTube, which are very, very useful to watch also. And that will be that. This is just a short overview and the introduction to your instructor, which is me, of course, this handsome guy from the camera. Just kidding. But anyways, this is the overview of the course, what we are gonna cover, how you can ask questions, the course content, so on and so forth. It's really an honor to have you in my course, and this is Fahir from AwesomeTuts.com. Please enjoy the rest of the course.